So, Desiree, thank you so much for
Sure.
taking the time, joining us here to talk about your story, everything
Yep.
you went through, which obviously was a very difficult time in your life. And let's talk a little bit kind of about your history. One of the questions that I'd like to ask is, of course, this is a tough thing that any woman can face. And amongst all this, there's all these other outside factors going on. So, for you, how did you handle outside factors that were going on in your life, also love, while battling this?
I honestly, one of the biggest things that I tried to focus on was remaining positive throughout the experience because, it's a really tough time in your life. And I feel like the more positive you are, the easier it's going to be to get through this kind of a situation. And my husband, was there with me every step of the way, especially during the chemo process. He came along with me during every infusion because he was essentially my cat fitter. So he was my number one cheerleader throughout the process, which, I think in turn really made us stronger in the end. And it's just, being there for one another was, the biggest and most important thing during that time of my life, especially.
Okay, so going kind of more into the battle itself and like what you were going through,
Hmm.
what, just for those people to know out there, I know that you tried scalp cooling.
I did.
Yes, tell us a little bit about the technology of that for those that don't know what it is, never heard of it, and how did it prevent that hair loss? How does it work?
Sure. So I honestly really had never heard about it prior to being diagnosed with breast cancer. And I have a very good friend who was an oncology nurse. And when I told her that I needed to have chemotherapy, which I was devastated because I knew that meant I would probably lose my hair. And she had said, "Why don't you look into scalp cooling?" So I started researching it online. And, there are a few different brands that offer it, but I did a lot of research on the Paxman scalp cooling, and that's what I decided to go with Paxman after reading reviews and just kind of doing my research. And essentially, what it is you go to your infusion center, and they have a refrigeration system that connects to a hose on a silicone cap that you wear on your head 30 minutes prior to infusion for like a pre-cool. You wear it during infusion, and then you also wear it for, depending on what your medications are, you can do like a 60 to 90-minute cool down. So what it does is cools your scalp to a constant temperature, which in turn it constricts your blood vessels, so it's constricting like the blood flow to the hair follicles. So it's basically helping to eliminate or lessen hair loss effects.
Okay, and so you wear it throughout the whole process then?
Yes. Yeah, I
And
did it for 12 weeks.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And so with the scalp cooling, would you say that it's one of the newest things out there then for people that are not aware of it? And would you
Yeah, I
say
mean,
that it's definitely beneficial?
I definitely think it's beneficial, but there are different factors with, how successful you are or not.
Hmm.
It's definitely contingent on the type of chemotherapy you're getting, how often you're getting it, you as a person. So there are a lot of different factors that, add to the success or not.
That's something good to try, especially and let the community know and be aware of for those that obviously are not aware of what it is, how it works. And what
Yes.
would you say with your cancer diagnosis and what you went through? What kind of advices and tips do you have for other women battling cancer, going through what you went through? How can they stay that positive?
My life isn't over just because I'm going through this. I mean,
Mhm.
it was a little harder and I got a little bit more tired, but I just tried to remain focused on what was important to me and my husband. And we just continued on as if nothing was really happening, even though it was really not a normal time in my life.
So obviously we talked a little bit about scalp cooling. Where
Yes.
can people go to for more information for the scalp cooling?
So Paxman has a website.
Okay. Well, thank you, Desiree, and take care and good luck.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
I wish the best and hope the best for you.
Yes, thank you so much.